I woke up this morning, tied my boots up, cause I knew it was gonna be a long day. Fired my truck up, grabbed my coffee, kissed my baby, and got on my way. Cause I'm working till it's hurting, and that's the only way to make an honest day's pay. So I'm working.
Hey everyone, this is James, Empty Pockets Garage. This little short video, I'm going to have two separate videos. One of, I bought some old rusty Kragers for I think like 20 bucks a piece a while back. I've done nothing with them yet. They're 15 by 10s. And then I bought a set of 10-inch old school Rallies. They were widened back in the day from the original GM Rallies. They're not aftermarket. Anyways, I'm going to go through the process of those. I'm going to spend the money and have those sandblasted, and then we're going to prime and paint them, and I got tires I'm going to mount on them, and we'll go through all that process to do it by hand at home. I may do part of them because I don't want to scratch the chrome at a tire shop. That kind of stuff's getting expensive nowadays, so the more you can do at home, do it. And right now I just need them to hold air. I don't need them to be balanced or nothing. So anyways, we'll get to it. This first video is, and I cleaned the worst one up first because I was going to do it before and after. So like an idiot, I did the worst one when I could have showed you the worst one and then showed you the best one already done, and then you thought I was a genius. But that ain't happening here. So anyways, we'll get to it. I'll show you the rims, and then we'll go through the process of, and it ain't hard either. There's all kinds of ideas out there on cleaning rusty chrome wheels. I did it with Lime Away toilet bowl cleaner and a little scrub brush, and no hard sanding or anything. And then just to get the little minute spots, I used some triple lot steel wool, and then I cleaned them up with some chrome polisher. So, and it really wasn't hard, as you'll see in this video. So without any further ado, here we go. Alright guys, this, stay out of the way, this is the before. Like I said, this is the good one. I cleaned up the bad one first. So we're going to go from this to this. Like I said, it ain't perfect, but you can see it's got a little condensation on it. It's cold back here in this room, but it just wipes right off. So they're super easy to clean at this point. And like I said, this won't take long. So let's get to it. Okay, let's see if we can't make this rim look like the other one. Okay, I should have washed these or power washed them, and I didn't. So let me spray a little cleaner on it real quick just to get the regular dirt off of it. And when I'm done with these, we'll have a before and after. Because I've got tires, I got them out on these. I got to put my new valve stems in it first. And then get the tires on it. Then we'll put them on the car. See how bad they don't fit. Okay. Let's see. See how bad that is, especially right through here. The other one was like this all the way around it, and it even had like a line of scaled rust right through here. Just made it horrible. Alright, so here's where the magic happens. So you can get this at any dollar store. And I've seen various ways people did this on YouTube. With the Coke, the tin foil, just the soapy water and steel wool. Or I've even seen them do it with straight water and steel wool. But this stuff here, if I can get it without glaring. I got this at the dollar store. It was like $3.99 I think, or $2.99. And it's a gel, so it has time to work. While you're applying it. And I bought this. It's a little bit stiffer than your regular little brush you use washing dishes. It was actually hanging in the same area on the hooks. I probably put too much down. I actually used more than I really needed to here, people. But I just wanted to show you how easy this was. Of course, there's enough in there. You could do probably 2 whole sets, if not 3 sets, of rusty old rims with this stuff. Because what I got on here is all I'll need to put on, and I got an excessive amount on there. Excessive amount. Get it on where I need to put it. Now, you don't have to let this set for very long. This stuff works pretty good. And what I'll do is, I'll let it set here. I'm going to cut you back on here in about 5 minutes. And then we'll do this. Now that I got it everywhere and got it kind of scrubbed in, now it's going to start working on all the rusty pits and everything. So I'll cut you off. I'm going to wait about 5 minutes or so. I'll turn you back on. We'll do the next step. Okay, done. Now it's been on here. You can see where it's like turning black. Get some more up in here on this one. What I'm using is steel wool. Don't get anything harsher than triple aught, but they recommend 4-aught, which is 2 or 4 zeros. But I have the 3-aught, so go in here, just start working it in. Now, if your hands are sensitive, your skin, by all means wear gloves, because this stuff here is made to eat away at things. And if I was smart, I'd probably wear gloves, but nobody ever told me I was smart. Alright. Now, you're going to want to neutralize this stuff with like, water or mineral spirits or something. I've even used brake thinner before because it's what I had. It seems to do something to neutralize the chemical in it. But today we're using glass cleaner. Okay, now that we're done with that, there's a couple of things you can do to polish these up. I've actually got some here. I like using this stuff right here, but I've still got to put valve stems in this, mount tires on it. So for now, to protect it, I'm just going to use a little bit of wax from Meguiar's. It always seems to help. It'll fill in the rust pits a little bit, and that way while I'm manhandling and rim and stuff, because I'm going to put the tires on by hand. But next, after we get these cleaned up a little bit more using this, I'll show you. It's cheaper to buy valve stems than it is to go to a tire store and let them replace the valve stems for you. You can get the metal ones that you can put in, that you just tighten the nut down and it squeezes the rubber washer. I always just using the regular rubber valve stems, and I've got a little trick to keep those lasting a lot longer without leaking. Because I live in Ohio, so when you go through a couple winters in Ohio, you tend to get some leakage around when you move the valve stem back and forth, where it leaks around the base. But I've got a little trick for that. So anyways, let me throw a little bit of this on there real quick, and then next we'll do the valve stems. Okay, next on this little project, of course you cut your old valve stems off. If you buy an old set of used rims, you wouldn't trust them anyway. But if you go to a tire store and in a shop and have them put new valve stems in it, they usually charge you $1.75 to $2 a piece, when you can spend that and get two of them. I got these from O'Reilly's. I've already got the other one mounted now. You may not have the tool, and I have one, but I can't find it. So they're not that hard to put in, but also I always invest in this. I bought this at O'Reilly's. I've been using this stuff for years. Even if you got a new rim, if you've got a vehicle that sets a lot, especially if you I live in Ohio, so we have very cold winters. You tend to lose air as the tires. You gain 1 pound or lose 1 pound of air for every 7 degrees difference in temperature from where you originally aired your tire up. Saying that, when rubber gets cold and the metal gets crystallized from the cold weather, gets little frost nibbits on it, whatever you want to call it, you develop leaks. if you put this stuff around the bead of your rim, even on a brand new rim, you'll stop all that. I don't trust anything anymore, because the quality of today's products isn't that great. But this, and also I want to put this valve stem in. I'm going to take a little bit and I'm going to rub it around and the bottom base of it before I put it in. Reason being is, if you've ever had a car, you're losing air, you don't know where it's coming from, and all of a sudden you reach over and you push your valve stem from one side to the other and it's leaking around the hole where it comes up through the rim. This prevents that, because valve stems do the same thing as tires. When it gets cold, it does that, and then they dry rot, and this kind of just prolongs the life of it a little bit longer. So anyways, it's a good investment if you do a lot of rims and tires like I do. It's kind of a thing of mine. I used to sell tires and rims years ago, and I've always just enjoyed. You can take a piece of shit looking car and put a really nice set of rims and tires on it, as long as the tire sizes and the offset and everything matches and looks good. You can make that car look 100% better without doing anything to the car. You can take a car with a really nice paint job and have a set of old dirty black rims and tires, or not even got to be black, but any color that's old and dirty or stock or whatever, and the car look like shit. So rims and tires is the jewelry, in my opinion, for a car. So anyways, let me show you. This is a quickie. This won't take long. You see, you don't need much. You just get a little bit. You go right around where it's going to seal. And it's easy to wipe off while it's still pliable, if you get it up when you pop it up through the rim. So anyways, you don't have to have that fancy tool. Just take it, slide it through there. Now you can wrap tape around this if you're worried about it scarring the rubber or anything. But you know, you just put just enough to where it just gets a little bite on it. You just put your palm in there. One more. Pop. There you go. No damage. It's going to be sealed. And tire shop don't have to charge all that money. Now you can take it to the tire shop when you put your tires on. I'm going to do mine by hand. I'm not going to film it. Anybody pretty much knows how to mount a tire by hand. But anyways, request that bead sealer to be put on your rim. They all should have it. If they don't have it, then it's not a tire store you should be going to, or a shop. So anyways, I'll leave it from here, and I'll turn you back on after I get the tires mounted. Okay, there's what they look like mounted. I mounted those by hand. It's easier to mount by hand when the tire is a little bit wider than the rim. If you're trying to put a narrow tire on a wider rim, you need pretty much a bead blaster to do it. So, but it ain't hard to mount your tires at home. Just requires like a flat spade bar and your knee. And I'm a crippled old fool, so if I can do it, you can do it. So anyways, that's what it looks like. They'll get all polished up when I get them mounted on the car. But I've got the two for the front that I've got they're pretty nice already, so there's not much cleaning on those. And they're 15x7s, these are 15x10s. And I gotta get tires mounted on those. I gotta go get tires for them. But anyways, next time you see this, they'll be on the car. So there you go, guys. That's my little tutorial. That's what you want to call it. I paid $40, I think, $40 or $50 for these rims, and I paid $40 for the tires, and they're 315, 60, 15s, so they're pretty tall. They're like 31 and a halves. And I bought my lug nuts for it offline. I bought all 20 of them for $47, and I went to local parts outlets like O'Reilly's and AutoZone, and it would have cost me $80 to buy the lug nuts from them, because all I needed was a 3/4 shank, and I even got the better, thicker washers online compared to those cheap, skinny ones they sell you in these little parts stores. So shop around. And like I said, I got two more Kragers that are getting tires mounted on it. I'll have less than $300 in all this, which if you price 15x10 Kragers, I think they're $250 some a piece, and the 15x7s are like a little over $200. So just think about it, shop. That's why they call this Empty Pockets Garage. Not much money, but a lot of heart. So anyways, till next time, this is James from Empty Pockets Garage. I'm out of here.
I woke up this morning, time I